scale it up. Clear, prop. Okay, master's coming on. Get the key in the ignition. It's that way. I always put it in the wrong way. Okay.
Right away, that should happen right away, is this and that, even though I know later on it comes on the checklist, but just in case if that doesn't go up and do a little troubleshooting, save you some time.
I just realized there's
Opelika ground, Cessna 7347 Golf is holding short spot 2 with information kilo. We like taxi to run up.
Number 7347 Golf, Opelika ground, taxi via Papa Hotel to the run-up area.
Taxi via Papa Hotel to the run-up area, 47 Golf. Okay, Papa is this taxiway. Clear on the right. And...
Alright, so we are holding short, so let's see. What about our pre-takeoff engine out procedure?
Okay, so if we lose power on the runway, we'll power back and put the brakes on and get off. If we've just taken the air and we have enough runway left and we've lost engine power, we'll throttle back again and touch down on the remaining runway. And if we have an engine failure below 500 and with no runway remaining, we're going to have to find someplace out there.
Okay, preferably in this case, which way would we turn? Now, of course, that Amazon building kind of hurt us a little bit. But
yeah,
depending on where it is, if you turn towards maybe runway 30 or runway 27 left would be best. Unless you have enough altitude, usually 500 feet or above, you should be able to make the complete 180 and come back and land on this particular runway. All right.
Opelika Tower, Cessna 7347 Golf, holding short 9 left with information kilo with like northwest departure.
7347 Golf, Opelika Tower, good morning. Left turnout, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Left turnout, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff, 47 Golf.
Okay. All right, so wind's a little bit from the right, not much. If you wanted to put it just you know, maybe about half, something to that effect, and it's not
so
really
heels,
that.
Power.
That's exactly right. Make sure no brakes. Power. Make sure you got target RPM. Anything above 24 is good.
Airspeed's alive.
And airspeed's moving, so we're doing good. Rolling down nicely.
16
The wind is almost like down the runway, actually, at least according to that one. So a very slight wind, if any, and crosswind. It's pretty much down the runway. All right, so it looks like we're getting good performance from this cooler air.
Yeah.
Flying nice. Now remember, on this, what is a stabilized approach? Have you ever read on that?
No, not
Or
really.
spoke? So basically, that's what we are trying to do. We never really gave it a label. But what we're trying to do here on the final is to stabilize ourselves with some sort of constant speed, constant rate of descent, and you don't want to exceed 500 feet a minute, especially on the short final, because that approach then became destabilized. Now, sometimes on a day like today, it could happen, because you're constantly, you know, bounced around, taken up, down. But the stabilized approach is the ideal approach. Nothing's changing. You're on a steady path right to the numbers. So usually that's what we're aiming for, and that's what we're praying for, but you probably never heard it like a little name on it, but it's stabilized. Okay, so it's pretty good here, a little bit high, so maybe you throttle back a little bit. So as you see, we're a little high, we can throttle back, especially when we're over the grass, that nothing could really get in front of us there. All right, speed looks good. And right now, since you've got the runway made, you can smoothly throttle back all the way.
Number 5244.
There you go. And you can start a slow rollout or a round out. And remember, patience to land. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of runway. Just hold it until the airplane lands. There you go. There you go. Back to perfect. That's good. Way to do it. Okay. Good.
Hey,
will be ready in sequence time.
Flaps are coming up.
And visually make sure, examine them that they are. Good. Okay. And here we go. Still got 2,000 feet of runway. We got plenty of runway.
Number 44, affirmative.
60 knots, and we'll rotate.
And 484, if you could pass a base report on climb out to departure, we'd appreciate it.
Alright, there you go.
484.
Okay. Alright, we're good. So normally base to final turn, we're a little bit high, but we understand that we got a good wind, number one, and that we are going to use 30, and we can always bring them out early. So, but let's stabilize first on the final before you decide to bring them out, because turn you'll notice that the wind's going to take effect. Alright, now speed-wise, we do have some nice flaps 20. We want to do 65, but no less than that. Why? The air is turning, you notice that every once in a while. So, you know, 65 to 70 is good. When we get on short finals, a different story then. We can reduce a little bit. Alright, so we're still all, you could probably start to lower those flaps right about now. Right about there, and then we could just continue what we've got, see what happens. So, looks like our speed is pretty stabilized and good. Vertical speed, doing good. Now we got 30, we're probably going to be a little bit more than the 500 at times, but that's fine. So long as it's not jumping to 1,000 or anything like that, we're good. So it looks nice, everything looks cool. Now's the time to throttle back to 1200 and then set the power setting, since we already have it made. Nice. Okay, good. And there's only one thing to do, a little bit. So, nice flare and hold it off, and hopefully it'll good landing.
My current open lock altimeter 3019, wind 1107.
Good, keep holding it, very nice. And then hold it, yeah, hold it back, there. Don't let it land until it does it on its own. There you go, good. All right, clean the airplane up.
Okay, flaps coming up, carbeat's going in. And power.
Okay.
Good RPMs, airspeed's alive. 60 knots. This is going to be a soft field landing?
No, it'll be a short.
Okay.
So you are going to use 40 on very short final. Usually you end up putting like 30 first, and then if we sure everything looks good, we put in the 40.
Like runway made, and then 40 degrees.
Yeah, sort of runway made. What happens a lot of times when you get the 40, you may not, depending on your power setting, but yeah, very, very close. You are going to have to obviously have some power.
For the 40 degrees.
And then you're going to reduce it a little bit. We don't land with any power, but you do come through the flare with power.
Yeah.
As you're flaring, then you're throttling back. And that'll help you cushion, and you keeps you from developing a high sink rate, which we don't want. Alright, so the speed is good. Now, if it was like very smooth, I probably would have you do 60 steady, but 65 is okay. Alright, so yeah, now we can start. Let's go ahead with the 30. And you already had 30? Okay, there's the 40. Now go back and then adjust the throttle as necessary. So maybe throttle back a little bit more. We're good. There you go. Alright, now throttle back to about maybe 1300. Not landing with 13, but just to get us down a little. There you go. Okay, now smoothly flare and throttle back. Throttle back all the way, and then hold it a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. There you go. See, now notice the difference between this one and the other one. You flared enough just to, it was flat, but it was smooth. So you didn't float. The other one we kept going. See, if this was soft field, I would have told you, keep holding, because you want to land high. So that is what you want, basically a flat type of landing, but a smooth one. Alright, so now we're going to, there you go, it up. So the next one, we're just going to have an obstacle, which you're going to cross Red Road at a predetermined altitude, and then you're going to sink in for the landing, okay?
So we're at 600 now.
Yeah, we're on for 4 Lima Kilo.
You're 44 Lima Kilo. Did you want to go to the coastline or west?
So in terms of flaps,
so in terms of flaps, if you're not too high, which we are not, you hold them until you cross the obstacle. Okay, because you're already at 500, right? And you 450. So put in a little power because we're still a good distance away.
Yeah.
From the obstacle. So let's get some power in there, and we'll sort of hold the altitude at 350. Don't go any lower than that because the opposite goes to 400. So pull the nose up if you have to. So you're almost at level flight here. Okay, it's 300. We're at 300. We're going to lose our gear. Okay, so right here, we're right over the red road. Okay, put the flaps in and lower the nose. Put full flaps. There you go. Okay, and now adjust with the throttle as necessary to come in and land. Go.
Go to like 1200.
Yeah, you could just leave a little bit just for the flare, but notice we are descending at a good. That's good. There you go.
Now 44 Lima Kilo, ready to go.
Number 44 Lima Kilo, Block Tower, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 9 left, Portland.
Oh, now you would simulate heavy braking. Flaps up. Now flaps up actually help in braking. So flaps up real quick, and then you would say simulate heavy braking, or you can apply a little bit of braking. You know, to let the examiner know that yeah, right now it's a short runway, you'd be braking as hard as you could without locking the wheel, and the flaps would help in that. So that's why the flaps come off right away. As soon as you touch down, boom, get them flaps up. It'll kill any lift that you may have that may actually put you airborne again. But that was good too. Okay, except for the obstacle. So it takes a little more work to get it timed just right. And you never really is the same thing because sometimes you have calm winds, sometimes you have a slight tailwind, other times you have. So you know, it's sort of like a couple of times in the pattern actually get it. Ask him for a full stop. Request 9 left.
Opelika Tower 734 Golf would like a full stop 9 left if possible.
Number 7347 Golf to request.
We'd like a full stop, rowing 9 left if possible.
Number 7347 Golf, roger, I'll advise on base.
Okay, you'll advise on base, 47 Golf.
Final looks good. A nice little strip to land if something happened.
Yeah.
Lost your engine or something, couldn't make it to the runway.
They own that,
I bet you
right?
that one's probably
lights?
pretty smooth. Yeah, those are they own that. They have
Little soft field
lights
landing
in.
practice.
Yeah, that would be. But one day we'll
There's a strip.
we'll go somewhere. We'll land an actual
There's a
something.
guy, who had a strip.
There's a friend of mine that lives on a strip down by
In Tamiami, yeah.
Lindsberg Landing. So one day we go there. There are some airports like on our cross country. We could make it go to an airport that has one. That's another. All right, so everything looks good. Vasties were good all the way down.
Back to 1200.
A little left rudder to straighten us out, but not much. And hold it off. Remember, this is a hold off type, not the ones that we. There you go. There you go. Now. Yep, well, that's it. The way to do it.
That's our extra jet 406, holding short 9 left.
Juliet?
And we'll come off here.
Yeah, 47 Golf, turn right at Juliet. Give ground about 30 seconds. He's reading the clearance.
Right at Juliet, and we'll wait for ground. 47 Golf.
Exit at 406 Opelika Tower. Good morning, flight heading 090, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Heading 0909 left, clear for takeoff, exit jet 406.
Okay.
Alrighty. When you solo the first time, you don't just really take the airplane from here and go out. We basically go out like we did today. And if I see like, wow, you did like, you know, 3 good landings. Hey. Then I'll say, cool, you feel good, whatever, you know, you have a headache, or, you know, physically you're fine. All right, you know, go up there, we'll land, get a full stop. I'll actually get off the airplane there. I'll stay in the grass area. And you'll go around 3 times. Hey, make 3 touch and goes, back. Yep, don't forget to pick me up. Some students happen in the past. Forget to pick up the instructor.
They taxi back?
And they taxi back. It's happened. It doesn't happen often, but I guess they're so excited. I don't know. They want to go back. But and that's it. That'll be your you know, your supervised solo. Usually we'll have 2 of those, and then you go out, boom, on your own. And but anytime you go out on your own, you know, basically tell me when you're going. The first few times I'll probably meet you out here just to make sure, and then eventually, you know, I won't come out. You just tell me, hey, I'm out, whatever, I'm gonna fly. Okay, you know. All right, so let's shut this thing down.
Avionics.
Sure, full lean. Mags off. Master's off. Fuel left or right. Lights coming off.
Okay, so